Divyanshu joins us over the phone from London. Divyanshu, we are told that Sunak is addressing the Conservative Party MPs in a while from now. How soon we are going to have an address from Sunak himself for the larger public?
Well, Abhishek, as mentioned, he will be addressing the party MPs in about a few minutes, like 2:30. And after that, major decisions can be made about how to go ahead with all the public gatherings, and in order to create that atmosphere amongst the people that okay, we have finally chosen your prime minister who's going to stay with you for the next 2 years until we have another general election coming in. Because Abhishek, let's just face the facts. It has been a little embarrassing for the Conservative Party and as of the whole United Kingdom in front of the whole globe, because having two prime ministers in the last 2 months, it is not acceptable, both politically and also culture-wise as well. So if you call yourself a developed nation, then there are things there are protocols which are meant to be followed. And now, we cannot expect another prime minister in anytime soon. It has to be within the next after 2 years. So coming back to your question, Rishi Sunak will be meeting his MPs in a few minutes from now. And we can expect in that meeting that they'll be making some decisions about how to go about the coming events and when they can, publicly declare the prime ministership, because it was decided that Friday will be the last day when prime minister would be decided. The prime ministership would be declared. But having said that, Rishi Sunak is the only leader who's in the race. There is no one around. Forget about who was close by. Penny Mordaunt had only 10% of the votes as compared to Rishi Sunak. So clearly, he's the winner. He has come out as an underdog, and of course, he was deserving since the very first day. Maybe not at that time, but now clearly he's the next prime minister of United Kingdom, and we can see. It is yet to see what all new policies is going to be introduced for the country.
You want to just also help our viewers understand in terms of the challenges that Rishi Sunak has faced all this while, from being the runner-up to become the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, and also this at a time when the entire leadership has been extremely divided. So what has really worked in favor of Rishi Sunak?
Shravan, I'm no political analyst, but I've been staying in the capital since a few years, and what I can understand with the political atmosphere around is that attempts were made. There are clear-cut attempts. I could figure that out from the last election when Rishi Sunak was leading with the number of votes in all the two races. But in the third one, there was a sudden shift of votes. We don't know how, but this is what we call politics, right? So we couldn't see Rishi Sunak, competing against Liz Truss anywhere around. That's why Liz Truss was elected as the Prime Minister. But a sudden change has taken place in less than 45 days. And, Abhishek, from a runners-up, now a new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, the first brown Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, is itself a matter of pride for us, for people sitting in India, watching us right now, for a country which has never had a brown Prime Minister ever in the history of politics since really long. But this we can expect in the coming years. It can be a matter of pride, but also a really close tie between UK and India, Shravan. Because as we can see, last time when Rishi Sunak was contesting against Liz Truss, he had mentioned that if I become the Prime Minister, I'm going to make sure that we have really close ties with India, and we're going to work as a really close allies. So we can see in the coming months, of course, there'll be new policies made. He has a lot of work to do. First comes in that he has to improve the financial condition of his own country. But after that, we can expect, as soon as things improve, which has already started from today onwards, as I mentioned in my previous slide, that the pound is comparatively doing better than dollar from today onwards. So in the coming months, we can expect a good partnership between countries, good new deals being initiated from his end, and a really great tie between United Kingdom and India. Shravan.
Well, Devanshi, just to understand and put this into sequence as to what really has transpired. First, Boris Johnson opts out from it. Penny Mordaunt, through the day, even just about a few hours ago, 3 to 4 hours ago, she essentially said that if the Labour Party is fearful of any candidate, then it is she and not any other person from the Conservative Party. So what really has changed in the last few hours with her withdrawing? Is there anything that you're hearing?
Shravan, let's just start from what started happening last night. There was a major breaking news that Boris Johnson has now pulled out from the race. It was quite unexpected because soon after the resignation announcement made by Liz Truss, there were all hopes that Boris is going to return. He's going to be the next Prime Minister. And let me be very clear, Boris has a good number of support in the Conservative Party. He has been the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom for a few years. He has taken some major decisions. Brexit was one of them. So, of course, he has a lot of supporters and, backers who support all his decisions. So, Boris Johnson is one of the most, favorable, contestants for the next Prime Minister leadership. But having said that, suddenly there was a change. Last night, when the votes were being counted, one of the major allies, Priti Patel, who was always supporting former Prime Minister Boris Johnson since day one when he was the Prime Minister, she backed out and she started supporting Rishi Sunak, asserting that we need someone who is, a new face, firstly, and Rishi Sunak has better understanding. And for now, we all need to unite and act as one. Apart from that, Shravan, there was a meeting between Boris Johnson, Penny Mordaunt, and Rishi Sunak. There was also rumors that all three of them, they just might unite and come as one. But that unfortunately didn't work out for the Conservative Party, and they all decided to contest against each other. So last night, Boris Johnson backed out because his close allies, they started to back Rishi Sunak. So he had to back out, and also he has less number of votes, around 62 was in the count as I checked. And recently, just minutes before the announcement, Penny Mordaunt, she also backed out because the number of votes was just 26 as compared to Rishi Sunak, who had 196 Conservative Party support. So again, it is nowhere near Rishi Sunak. So of course, he was the only choice and the right choice, I must say. And now we just have to wait and watch what's going to come in the coming months for the United Kingdom.
Well, Devanshu, I'll just request you to stay on as we continue with our live coverage from London as Rishi Sunak is all set to enter 10 Downing Street.